Passed a Senate committee today. The bill would require an environmental impact study to be done before a salt cavern under Lake Penior can be expanded. AGL Resources is asking for a permit to expand the Iberia Parish cavern to store natural gas. Lawmakers supporting the bill say residents in the area should be protected from any potential threat an expansion could cause. And we want to continue now with part 2 of our reports on that massive sinkhole out in Bayou Corn. As the sinkhole continues to grow and even bubble natural gas, a mandatory but not forced evacuation order is in effect for 150 homes in the area. Bayou Corn may be the scene of a geological event baffling scientists, but for hundreds of others, it's home. Sportsman's Drive is a collection of beautiful homes and yards in a sportsman's paradise on the banks of the community's namesake, Bayou Corn. What would y'all say is your favorite feature of living out here?
Well, the most favorite feature is just being next to this beautiful little natural bayou, you know. Because from here...
For Dennis and Pat Landry, this is their dream home, right on the bayou. But just 3,000 feet away is the sinkhole that bubbles and burps natural gas and continues to grow by the acre. Since last summer, the Landrys have been under a mandatory but not forced evacuation. They say they aren't going anywhere. Don't want to leave it at all, though.
No, don't want to leave. Be hard to replace, and I tell you, we just don't want to give it up.
But living on the bayou hasn't been as carefree as it used to be before the sinkhole, always in the back of their minds.
It's been a matter of living here with a suitcase packed in case we have to leave.
About 150 households are within the evacuation zone surrounding the sinkhole. Some evacuated, some like the Landrys chose to stay. But for all full-time residents, Texas Brine has pledged to help. The company owns the collapsed brine cavern below the sinkhole. Sonny Cranch is a Texas Brine spokesman.
We're required to provide assistance and have been paying $875 a week to those persons whose primary residence is in the evacuation zone, and that continues today.
What do you think is the consensus among the neighbors here? Are a lot of people staying?
The consensus among the neighbors, I think the overwhelming majority of those 22 families is they want to stay.
In fact, of the 22 homes on Sportsman's Drive, 20 are still occupied. Texas Brine is now appraising homes in the area, preparing to offer buyouts for those too afraid to come back. The Landrys hope it doesn't come to that.
I'm hoping to stay as long as I feel it's safe. If we have to take a buyout, we just hope they're generous enough to make it worth our while to leave. Now tonight, state officials held a meeting in Assumption Parish with residents of Bayou Corn. They briefed them on the latest seismic imaging results. So far, there are no indications of another sinkhole forming nor subterranean pockets of natural gas. Texas Brine is expected to start making buyout offers to residents next week.
Live, this is One for the Record. I'm Diana, and today is May 3rd, 2013, and here are your updates for today. I will be attaching other videos, so stay tuned. The watchers watching the world. 2 M-class solar flares in a row. M1.3 followed by a strong M5.7. The annual Eta Aquarids meteor shower peaks on May 6, 2013. Sea diversity under threat, step closer to destruction of agricultural and horticultural sea diversity in Europe. Okay, and there's nothing new on the Extinction Protocol 2012 and beyond. Let's check the breaking news for a second. Fire department has 35 engines on scene of fire in Glendale, California, city says. That was 28 minutes ago. Alright, let's see what else we got. Springs fire in Ventura County, California burns. 18,000 acres is 20% contained. That's coming out of CAL FIRE. New Glendale, California wildfire closes freeway lanes, causes home evacuations. That's 2 hours ago. Medical center in Glendale, California evacuates home health section due to nearby wildfire. Heads up in Glendale. An urban flood advisory is issued for East Central Broward County, Florida, until 7:30 p.m. San Francisco Airport now at 84 degrees, breaking old record of 79 set in 1953. That's out of Weather Slaughter. Okay then. Moving on. E&E News, the energy news. Okay, U.S. Canada. Officials code 2 alert announced for giant sinkhole, increased trend of microquakes, indications of shifting in and below area. So it was at a code 3, now it's back to a code 2. Former governor leaking U.S. nuclear site and underground Chernobyl waiting to happen. Also today. Expert, unfortunately what we warned about appears to be happening. Methane from deep below giant sinkhole is now surfacing in community. Oh, that stuff can ignite. I don't think people should be there. Lawmakers smells like a very deliberate cover-up of leaks at U.S. nuclear site. A very serious problem. Also today, military planes drop radiation bombs by U.S. cities, 60 times more radioactivity than released during TMI meltdown. Heads up on that. We might have to research that some more. Goldfish swimming in reactor water at U.S. nuclear plant died soon after. The radiation could not have killed them. NRC investigating concerns about worker morale. Wow. Let's move on. Fukushima, Japan. NHK, unexplained water leak at Fukushima reactor immediately after 3/11 quake. Crucial cooling system disabled. Alright, nothing else new. Alrighty then, let's close that. I'll close this. Alright, it's 1 day down. I'm sorry, it's the eve of Saturday. It is 5 days down. 5 days down, and we're into the weekend. You've made it. I'm sorry. My brain's like, woo, because we're going live. Alrighty then, I'm under pressure to do this in 15 minutes. Haven't heard anything yet from Google or YouTube about why my thing is cut short. Alrighty then, take care, stay tuned. I'm attaching videos. Always be prepared for anything. If you buy the sinkhole, if you buy a nuclear plant, I would move away from that. Step away from any dangerous situation that could happen. Alrighty then, I got your backs. I'll see you tomorrow on the flip side. Please be safe and be prepared for anything.
Written law, California law, United States federal law, NRC to enforce. By law, have to have somewhere to put the cement fuel rods. They promised us they would have the cement fuel rods taken care of by 1976, then by 1982, then by 1985, then 1991. It's 2013, you still store them on site.
What type of plane's that? Hey, it's an unusual looking plane, isn't it? Let's look at this on the computer screen. There's some strange things going on. A lot of planes today, a lot of trails, a lot of HARP activity and scalar waves in the atmosphere today. Complete weather modification. Denied by complicit governments that these planes are supposed to be travelling at 11,000 metres. And I can assure you, unless that's a super huge plane, that's much lower, it's more like 7,000 metres.
Thanks a lot for coming.